And so yeah, so some stuff I'm gonna share, but I'm not gonna be shining a light on things that were made and set up to destroy me or hurt me or in any way, me or my family. I don't want to talk about that kind of shit. I will go over it or whatever, but not really too deeply. Not on my camera. But if I don't know, but I guess they have their a camera up. They have that I didn't agree to. I never agreed to do anything with anybody when I moved here. I was just excited to have a home, a place to go. Um, and I actually don't know anybody out here. Like I don't hang with anybody or nothing. Don't speak to anybody. Um, a couple actually, I do speak to a couple people. I say hi. I used to work with one of my neighbors' granddaughters at Bill Miller, so I talked to her. But other than that, my first time being on this property was when I moved in last year. Um, I can't control the actions of other people, but so I don't really stress that. But however, dealing with a lot of things at once, it can be really hard. I have to pay attention to everything because this is my life. I love my life. I don't feel any shame, regret, or fear speaking about anything that has occurred in my life or that is occurring. Um, and I don't need anybody thinking that they can control me or what I wear, say, or how I carry myself, or what I choose to do, share or tell when I don't appreciate the videos being shared everywhere of me of my life. I don't appreciate that because they be showing everything. And I'd be like, God damn, I'm trying to learn how to get to stop, which is another reason I'm beginning to put these videos and put in my own documentary. This is what I get permission to. This camera right here that I'm filming myself on. And then when we first began this stream over 10 years ago, the 24/7 live stream with my homies, it was about music, change, and things in the community. Positive things. It was not supposed to be about violence and disrespect. That's another reason I hang by myself now. It took a couple years to clean up the live stream, um, but we did it, and we had a lot of like stuff on there that I don't think we realized how much attention was being paid to the streaming. But when we realized it, or I realized it, it hurt. But I had to change, and I had to cut a lot of people off, or I ain't gonna lie, some of my friends cut me off. Whatever, either way. Um, so I worked really hard to straighten it up, and I have made my own little setup for it. And so, just to be dropped somewhere and to be expected to do something when the people do not communicate with me, how can you get upset? And then, how could anyone get upset as well if I'm discussing anything about my personal life? It just doesn't make sense to me. I've never, um, I've never had to deal with that before. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. And I'll explain later why I say those things. Um, but right now, just it's kind of irrelevant. So, anyways, I was like super excited, and it's like, I'm like, no, what's going on? And there was like so much confusion going on and stuff. I'm like, but I don't even know anybody out here. It's a big thing. And so, only thing I can do is use my mind and learn about these things. Because when I had the other groups I worked with was filming, they would come in person and chill with me. We would talk about what we're gonna do that day, what they allowed and don't want on the film, and they usually say, "No, just chill by yourself because you think those are your friends or not. They're coming over. They're doing all the stuff you're done with. Nah, please just don't. Just chill by yourself." Or they'll be like, "Hey, watch out, don't get too drunk. You gotta be aware." But I guess I don't know. I don't know. I appreciate that. In the past, I've just always been like, it's not that serious. I'm vanity. This is my city and state. Like times when I'm homeless, I'll walk around here and I have no problem. I go to sleep out here by myself, have no problem. But apparently, this live stream has brought a lot of attention. I don't like. I'm not famous. I'm not a celebrity, but my city has become famous, and that's what's up. But I'm not the one that wants to take that seat with fame and being a celebrity. I also had no intention of ever being twisted up and caught in some kind of confusion because I'm not that. I've never been that type of person. I'm not into that, especially not this day and age. And it doesn't come from one specific area. It just comes from people, period, in a general. And I don't. It's hard to explain. All I know is that I work real hard to continue to push. Um, I don't think like doing stuff like having friends over and having a relationship. That's not going to happen no time soon. like I said, I'm still oh no, that was on another video. I'm trying to keep my topic separate. So yeah, so this topic is just how to respond when you don't know what to do and you don't know what is the game plan, you know. But I'm being filmed. My face is on it though, and it's just like I'm not mad about it. It's just like, what are we doing? And then why would anybody get upset with me at all? On any level, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I've been trying to like not talk about it so much, but in effort to go ahead and make my documentaries, I just talked about it again. I'm gonna put back on some music and chill. And yeah, I don't know, just chill, shit. I've been feeling like more and more back like myself. I'm not sure what happened since 2022. No, yeah, since 2022 up until 2025 when I moved in here. A little bit after I moved in here, I had just like, I don't know. I just was kind of like so emotionless and just so like not sad and depressed, but just kind of like. So I felt like I'm just at this one spot. Like I can't go up. I can only go down, and it was frustrating, right? Trying to live your life in a different way. But I've been feeling better, and I've just been feeling better. And I said I'm no longer going to stress myself trying to figure something out that makes no sense, and even trying to make effort to communicate because I'm not for drama and mess. But it's just really crazy. I don't know. I just can't. That was the last thing on my mind. God, because guess what that means? That means that could possibly tap me out either way. If you have, no. And it's like, it's not what's up. That's not what's up at all. It's not what's up. And it's like, oh my God. Okay.